The Prophet 2 from RTI. It's black, it's tactical, minimalistic and regulated. But is it any good? Hello and welcome to AAR on Air. Today is the turn of the RTI Prophet 2, but in sub 12 foot-pound power level to suit the non-licensed in the UK. This is the standard length rifle in 177 caliber, which means it has a Lothar Walther barrel on board. And that's no bad thing. It has an overall length of around 775 millimeters or 30.5 inches and tops the scales at 3.4 kilograms or 7 pounds 3 ounces, which for an all-metal construction rifle is pretty lightweight and a testimony to the engineering skills of RTI. Up front is the shrouded barrel with a standard half-inch UNF thread for a silencer of your choice. After saying that, in this UK spec power level, the standard shroud copes very well with no issues at all, and it is very quiet. Drop a half-decent silencer on it, such as the Hush from RTI, either the alloy version or the featherweight carbon, and nothing or no one will even know you're there. Under this barrel is the carbon air tank, which is a 300 bar fill item and has a volume of 500 cc's. With the highly efficient regulator on board, you'll be counting the shot count in tins of pellets rather than individual pellets. You will have RSI before you need to fill her up again. That carbon bottle is a thing of beauty and helps greatly to keep the weight down at the front end. At the neck of the bottle is the twin gauge arrangement. The first gauge is the fill pressure and has a Foster fitting fill point directly below it, complete with dust cover. So no need for specialist fill probes on your tank, compressor or pump. The second gauge is the regulator pressure and the adjuster is situated underneath that. You will find this has been set perfectly to keep you efficient and within the UK power level and has then been sensibly blocked off. If you want any advice from me, leave that part well alone so there are no misunderstandings between you and Plod. That's one argument you won't win. Moving back from this, there is a small Picatinny rail for bipods, etc. This will also accept the new Arcus Swiss style rail that RTI produce and can easily be fitted. But you will need a range for the gauge arrangement to be slightly twisted to accommodate it and still allow easy filling. If in doubt, get the shop to do this for you. There is a matching rail along the top for your scope, and you may find if you're shooting out at shorter distances, the 20 MOA may need you to shim or fit adjustable mounts to your scope. These are, after all, meant for higher power levels and longer distances, but they will cope amazingly with lower power levels and shorter distances if you set them up correctly. The grip is rubberized AR-15, and a lot of people will find this very familiar and comfortable. The main body, or should I say chassis, is all metal with stylish and still functional cutouts along the sides. This being the Prophet 2, it has the 70cc plenum and the assisted valve technology to maximise efficiency and shot count. The butt is a very simple, flat finish item and adds to the simple but efficient styling of this RTI. It has the short throw, smooth side lever, which, when mated up with the Ambidextrous Magazine, makes this truly ambidextrous. The magazine features a lock open after last shot for added safety. Loading the magazine is about the easiest thing there is. Just rotate all the way around clockwise until it stops. Drop in your first pellet. It holds. Then simply go round and fill all the rest up. Once fully loaded, pull back on the side lever, drop the magazine in with the cutout facing forward. At that point you can decide which side you want the magazine to be on. I think that's amazing. Slide forward, you're loaded with your first pellet, ready to go. There is a push-through safety just behind the two-stage adjustable trigger, which is capable of being adjusted down to as low as 200 grams pull weight. This is available in 177, 2225 and 30 calibers, but I would stick to the first two in sub 12 foot-pound versions and only use a .25 if you have some closer work to perform. Don't even think about the .30 cal at this power level. Talking about power, let's get this over the chronograph to just check the power levels out, shall we? Well, using 8.44 grain standard weight pellets, it saw 779 feet per second, which is 11.38 foot-pounds, or 15.42 joules. Then, loaded up with 10.34 grains, it saw 710 feet per second, which is 11.58 foot-pounds, or 15.7 joules, both of which are healthy figures and really only a few feet per second off the legal limit, giving a little safety space to accommodate any fancy pellets people may want to use. Well, the power levels are right. What about the accuracy then? Now, RTIs are known for their accuracy, so I'm expecting big things from this. Time to get it kitted out with a decent scope and get it out on the range. I think around 45 metres should be a good test. Here goes. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Yeah, it's working. The RTI Prophet 2, with its wonderful roll to the left, roll to the right magazine. It is very much tactical style, not my normal thing, but it is engineered, superbly engineered. I've dropped a Continental scope on the top, shooting down range. It's a nice day actually. AR-15 grip, huge bottle on the front, should be good for 1 or 2 shots. And what I've done, I've tried a various amount of, or varying numbers of pellets. The ones that I'm sticking with at the moment are the 10.34 JSBs. Had reasonable results with the QYSs. Let's see, shall we? Let's give it a go. It's nice to get a calm day and some sunshine. They're a really nice gun to shoot, to be fair. The only thing that I would say that I am finding is I've used this a little bit and it wasn't that accurate to start with, but start putting some lead down it and start and line the barrel a bit with some lead, and it is starting to make a huge difference. It's really starting to group in tightly. So my advice would be, get one of these, go out, have some fun with it, get it set up, get some lead down it, then it'll come into its own. I absolutely think it will come into its own. They're a nice piece of kit, very well made, very well made. Not a bad day for doing this either. Back to the studio. Well, I can't say I'm surprised with results like that. These are very accurate, and it's really down to factors on the day, such as wind and, of course, the user. It's very hard to find fault with this gun. They are an amazingly well-engineered rifle and have small tweaks made to create this Prophet 2 done to them. They are most definitely a tactical style and have put themselves straight into the likes of the FX category, and I think are easily a match. People will have their preferences, no doubt, but I would suggest you try one of these before rushing out and following the crowd, maybe. The price of this performance version will set you back around £1,595 UK. What you're getting for that is accuracy, quality, engineering, and of course, some exclusivity to go with the bragging rights of owning a gun made by the guys who won the 50-metre bench rest shooting championships out in the States. I will admit to being quite a fan of these rifles, and even though the tactical styling is not necessarily my thing, there is an increasing number of people out there who really love the style. Hopefully you've enjoyed this week's review of the sub 12 foot-pound longer version. If so, please give us the old thumbs up, subscribe, feel free to share, and don't forget to click the old alarm notification bell. By all means, please feel free to leave a comment below. But please, this is not a personal answer all my questions in full essay reply hotline to AAR, as some guys seem to think it is. I do try to respond to people, but there are thousands of these every week. But there are forums available for chats. These are the Airgun factory guys, say, who are always on it, and there is the AAR On Air website. A big thank you to the guys at Vector Air, as always, for getting hold of these for me to review for you. And above all, of course, the biggest thank you goes out to you for watching. Please stay safe and shoot safe, and hopefully I'll see you all next week. Bye for now.